Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here with your weekly bonus replay video. Today we have the Tier 9 Chilean battleship, the Valparaiso, for your viewing pleasure, being driven by one Katie Brooks. Now, the Valparaiso is, if you haven't seen any footage of this ship before, this is truly a ridiculous ship. And I believe this replay is going to highlight some of its absurdity. If they don't wind up nerfing this thing, I will be very surprised. So what is the Valparaiso's gimmick, if you will? The Valparaiso's gimmick, that's how you say it. Well, the gimmick with the Valparaiso is that, as you can see, it is a vanguard. Apparently the British, instead of literally doing anything else besides turning into a museum, we're considering, among other things, selling the Vanguard at the end of its service life. And apparently one of the countries that was potentially looking at picking it up was actually Chile. So Wargaming said, well, what if they gave it to Chile, and then Chile refitted it with the American 25-inch secondary guns, and, well, it did some other things to it, apparently. So you take the Vanguard, it's sold to Chile, you up-tier it from Tier 8 to Tier 9, and then you give it some of the most ridiculous hills in the game. As you may note, Katie has 7 hills here on her Vanguard. You could actually get 8 on the Valparaiso if you have the commander skill where you get the additional one for 2 million potential damage, which is incredibly easy to get with the Valparaiso. And these hills work in, let me see what the time is, 8.8 seconds. They are super de-duper hills that, well, you'll see. I cannot describe how dumb these hills are. Now, the thing is, the Valparaiso also has combat instructions. Once you get a certain amount of secondary hits, which I think it's literally like 13, you can get a 95% buff to the cooldown time of your consumables, to where you can essentially just be popping these heals like they're stim packs in Fallout, or they're healing potions in Skyrim or Oblivion, and you just won't die in the Valparaiso, short of eating a wall of skill or getting death struck by like a Shikishima. You are not going down in the Valparaiso. Looks like Katie here is a little bit of a scroll wheeler when it comes to zooming in on the targets. I believe this is on the EU server, by the way, too, so I'm taking a little bit of a look at a different survey here, which is always interesting. But anyway, so Katie here has gone over to the C cap, which the enemy team has quickly secured. Katie does have a friend over there in the Incomparable. Okay, interesting build on the Valparaiso. We've got Brisk. We've got some other commander skills that I don't typically see on Battleships, so this is interesting. Or I see most Battleship players take, I should say. Katie has managed to Austin Powers her Valparaiso here against the island. Scraping the paint off here a little bit. It's fine. They were supposed to rework how island collision works in game. I don't think they ever did, because it was supposed to like gently push you off the island instead of you getting stuck like this. But yeah, Shikaku's flying overhead with its plane. She gets a couple of aircraft shot down there. So we got a San Diego coming up here, another gimmicky ship, trying to get the Valparaiso out of its parking spot here. Okay, a little bit of parallel parking never hurt anybody. Now we have a beautiful San Diego sitting there, not knowing what he's about to be in for. Now, the San Diego is a bit stronger than the Atlanta, but it may not be strong enough to, well, it does get overpinned like the Atlanta, so there you go. Again, no armor, best armor. All right, secondary is now going out on the San Diego, so we should see that progress bar. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, look, 12 secondary hits. Boom, it's already full. So now the Valparaiso has the ability to pop the F button now, and once a heal or a damage con is used, you basically have one ready to go right away. We have a Vyazma, which is a battleship hiding in a cruiser, in a like a big old trench coat that says cruiser on the outside of it. Like Shikaku coming in, dropping off. Okay, did get the full flight through. Well, most of the flight through, I should say. The attacking squadron got through. Alright, got 2 torpedoes off on the Valparaiso, only 1 hit. Now we're walking up to the Vyazma with its, another incredibly gimmicky ship, with its reload booster and its special adrenaline rush skill. Let's see who emerges victorious from this little duel here. You basically have two Tier 9 battleships here fighting each other. It's really funny. The Vyazma is a cruiser, but it has larger guns than the Valparaiso here, which is a battleship. Alright, so here come in those shells. Bounces off of the bow and off of the stern. Getting a couple of... yeah, Katie got some fires on the Vyazma there. Are they still burning? They are still burning, yes. You have a beautiful broadside here with the Yoshino. Alright, getting a full salvo off there. Sorry, I choked a little bit there. Shokaku's back again. He is not doing a good job of dodging the flak at all. Which is obviously why some players are very upset that flak had got removed in the most recent iteration of the CV rework. Alright, so we're looking for this Vyazma here. Vyazma. Sit rep so far. Friendly team is down one ship to the enemy team's two ships that are down at the moment. This Yoshino is getting very close to the action, which is very strange for a Yoshino player to be within, 5 kilometers of a cap circle in the first half of a match. Very interesting move from the enemy Yoshino there. Alright, Vyazma should be somewhere around the corner here. Looks like they're trying to hug an island like most large Soviet ships do. But of course they are now stuck between, well, the Rock and Katie's Valparaiso. So what is the Yoshino doing? The Yoshino's just thrown it into reverse. Now the Yoshino only has a Balau and a Shimakaze in front of it that could potentially know about. Obviously there's a Brisbane and the Hindenburg there. So he's made some... Oh, Valparaiso! I'm sorry, Vyazma! What are you doing here, bud? Alright, pops the combat instructions. Did not pop the combat instructions. Popped the heal. 2 citadels on the Vyazma. Rear turrets out. There should be a dead Vyazma. Yeah, look at that terrible, terrible main battery dispersion. That's a trade-off with the Valparaiso, though. You have, what is it, 1.6 Sigma on the main battery guns? Ugh, not very good at all. And you only have AP, but with improved ricochet angles. Okay, this should be a dead Vyazma here. Yep, and... Ooh, the Vyazma does get a salvo off that manages to cleave 24k off of Katie's Valparaiso. There goes the Vyazma, stolen from Katie by the Bayard. Alright, Burgon's now also popped up. Hello, Mr. Burgon. Another 5k off of the side of the Valparaiso. I popped the combat instructions to get the heal back up off of cooldown, because Katie's now basically, well, not basically, walking towards a Burgon quite aggressively. So there you go, pop the heal already. And here very soon, Katie will have the combat instructions back up. Yep, ooh, showing a little bit too much skin there to the Burgon. Ooh, gets very lucky though. No citadels, oddly enough. Pops a damage con, pops the combat instructions, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We already have a heal back up and ready to go. Alright, so there goes the boost for Joaquin, where now Katie has a permanent 25% boost to the combat instructions of the Valparaiso, and the ship now moves a little bit faster. So Katie should here in a second be getting the combat boost for getting 175 main and secondary battery gun hits, which will decrease the reload of the Valparaiso's main and secondary battery guns by 15%. So you had to get another boost. All while Katie is eating shots across the map from, I'm assuming, the Harbin and the Napoli. Again, simply not caring about it. There you go. We don't care about fires. We don't care about nothing here, because we can basically have an infinite damage con and heal. Alright, so there goes Joaquin's bonus for the main and secondary battery gun. So the main battery gun reload time is now down to 23.1 seconds. And the secondary battery guns, oh, I can't pull up that, but they're probably down to 1.4 seconds if I had to guess. Oh, there's a Shokaku as well. Again, popping the heal because we don't care. We can pop as many of these bad boys as, well, we can pop 7 of them. Let's see. Will Katie be getting an additional heal here once 2 million potential damage is crossed? Salvo out on the Burgons. Is that enough to take out the Burgon? It is not. There we go. Oh, God. This ship is so dumb. Look, just doesn't care. Does not care about the damage. Does not care about fires. Does not care about modules getting knocked out. You just have an infinite supply. Up there we go. Additional charge of a heal there. Oh, my God. It's a beautiful monstrosity, ladies and gentlemen. So, was down to 1 heal. Now we have 2 again, ready to go. God, it's so done. Just popping the combat instructions to pop it at this point. Just make sure you have the damage con back up for those bombers and such. Alright, hello, Mr. Shokaku. Oh, God, this ship is so dumb. Let's see, on the Shikaku, only 14,000 damage there. Combat instructions are up and ready to go yet again. And, well, I mean, shoot, Katie just walking toward the Bourgogne drove it darn near off the map. Now we're chasing down the Shokaku just for free damage at this point. We still have 4 enemy ships left after the Shokaku if Katie does manage to get the Shokaku here, which I would imagine is going to happen with this next salvo. And it does. There we go. That's kill number 2, 192,000 damage. Those are shells, I believe, from the Holland? Oh, wait, we're about to get clear skies here, too, ladies and gentlemen. I think, yeah, 34. And can we get the last plane here? Come on, there we go, 35. Clear skies, oh, a defense expert. Look at all of the achievements Katie and the division mate are getting because Katie's just simply walking toward the enemy team. All right, we have a Napoli here now who was showing a awfully lot of broadside there, but has escaped into the smoke. We have an Azuma. Again, an Azuma player being this close to the cap is quite odd. At least in a North American server, the Azuma and the Yoshinos are typically in the back of the map where they can keep at a distance from the danger and farm things down with their HE. Alright, so Azuma knows Katie's approaching at this point. Hydro is detecting Katie. Oh, this might just be a flat broadside Azuma here, ladies and gentlemen. The Azuma's still backing up. Like, it has to, well, I guess it doesn't have much of a choice. Either back up into Katie, go forward into a Shimakaze, Hindenburg, into Brisbane. But hello, Mr. Azuma. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Dev Strike? Ah, no Dev Strike, really. 5 hits, 3 citadels. Takes away most of the Azuma's HP. I guess Azuma thought it could maybe AP the Valparaiso down. I mean, it does have the Vanguard Citadel, which is quite high. But that didn't work. Alright. Alright, we're going to pop combat instructions here. Yes, no, I guess I don't really need to at this point. Not like the Azuma can do anything, doesn't have torpedoes. So I'm not sure what this Azuma player was thinking. Oh, shells get eaten by the island. I'm guessing those other shells also got eaten by the island, but for some reason the game rendered them out. But yeah, the Azuma can only really pray at this point. There's the Holland. Move the secondaries over to the Holland. Azuma, I mean, yeah, Azuma's got some pretty mean AP, but again, Valparaiso doth not care about damage. There we go. Smacks the Azuma. 265,000 damage. Can we get the Holland? Can we get the Holland? Come on, secondaries. It's in range. No! We do not get the Holland, unfortunately, there. So, dang. 3 kills, 266,000 damage, and a, how much potential? 2.3 million potential damage. Just walked into the enemy team and did not care about anything. 2.2 million credits, my god. In the screenshot that was sent with this, Katie did get the E rating here with the Valparaiso. So, 2,816 damage, base XP there. 35 planes shot down, just enough for clear skies. 3 ships sunk. Man, you know, it wasn't like the highest kill game, but it just highlights how stupid this ship is. A defense expert, strike team, Confederate, close quarters expert, dreadnought, which is, you just get that playing the Valparaiso, high caliber, and general offensive. My god. Yeah, this ship is dumb. It's got to get nerfed. I don't see how they're going to leave it in its current state. Who knows? They might. But see, was Katie running any boosters? Yeah, it was running the 160% buff to the to her economics, to her credits at least. All right. So, Katie, thank you so much for sending that in to the channel. If you have a replay like this of doing dumb things and ships like the Valparaiso, please feel free to send it into the email linked in the description down below, or you can send it in the replay channel on the community Discord, which a link to that is also down below as well. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, wonderful rest of your weekend. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.